Okay, I'm just going to quickly run through the markets. I'll do a market update. We'll look at the gold market, metals markets, and just basically try and answer the question of has the new bull market in small caps just begun? So, as always, I'm just going to buzz through the US and the UK markets, and we'll just get that big picture view. Transports still going sideways in this range here. 52-week highs and all-time highs is still up here, but we would like the transports to get involved, wouldn't we? Industrials broke out in how long ago now? Industrials broke out in August, in summer. In the summer? Markets can't break out in the summer. S&P 500 leader broke out in the back end of July there. Nasdaq 100 leader broke out in June. So, leading the way, as you'd expect. We've had a little bit of back and fill. Time or price. This kind of went the time route, really, didn't it? And then moved to new highs. I mean, the S&P has hardly blinked. We've got a bit of back and fill in. We've got this little knockout day here, and we've got some sideways base in action here. But leaders are going to lead. The melt continues. Russell basically up. It's up at 52-week highs here, and looking at some of these markets, as I always say, Nasdaq and S&P, if they want to correct, obviously the lower end of the risk fountain, the small caps, you'll probably see them make more volatile moves. Now, that's not always the case, and another thing, most of the time is basically the UK follows the US, but that's not always the case. We do dislocate sometimes. So, if those leading markets want to do some real digestion or correction, never say never. You might just get some pretty strong back and fill in the small caps. That would be the perfect scenario, wouldn't it? But pullbacks in an uptrend in a bull market are buying opportunities, aren't they? It's kid in a sweet shop kind of market, isn't it? So DAX, leader of Europe, just going sideways in this base. We're at the top end again. It's a volatile trading market, the DAX, I will just add, as I always do. FTSE 100 broke out July by the looks of it, and we got this little base. It traded, it digested, went sideways. A lot of action in the large caps in the UK, and into the 250. We got a very normal pullback in the 250 to a direct hit on a really obvious area, and we just built this little ledge here, what I call a swing kicker. You could call it like a little cheat or whatever, and we're up near highs again. Fully listed small caps obviously followed the 250 there, and just did a very normal consolidation down to a very obvious area again, and it's just traded new highs. Happy days. And I did a post the long winter on Twitter, just talking about the AIM market, and this is where we find our high growth stocks. And 4 years without trading at 52-week high, and that separates the the wheat from the chaff, doesn't it? Action has recently, say recently, the last 2 years, the gold stocks have just been fantastic for us, haven't they? But you know, there's other leaders out there what are doing fine. I'm just going to move this over to the monthly charts now. We've got monthly sticks this week. So we broke out through 52-week highs on the monthly, and pullbacks should be buying opportunities in my world. As always, I'll just quickly buzz through these on the monthly so you can look at the volume. Take a look at the volume here. You know, we've got pretty positive volume so far. Look at all that green volume. Got nothing on the DAX. FTSE 100. 250. Look at the volume coming on that class 1 stick. So good to see. Just go back to the small caps there. You know, this is the open live month. Put it back on the daily. I'll jump quickly over to. Oh, I'll just go into Bitcoin. You know, pull back to mean trend. As I said again, you know, this began life as a very inefficient high beta sort of product, and you know, trends that walk to the beat, really orderly, really chartable trends what walk to the beat of their own drum. Now it's a very mature product, and it's a very efficient product now as well. But you can see, you know, the higher it goes, the more efficient it gets, basically. But you can see that the basics of what we do just playing out over and over again in this market. You know, first breakout, first pullback kind of business. Absolutely fantastic. Quick look at TLT there, off the lows. And I'll just jump over to gold. I won't go through all the metals. We'll just have a quick look at gold. I'll just put this market up because I've got my and same again. Zoom out. If you're looking at past price action, well, move to the log chart. So we got this big pullback from 2011. Notice how coming out of the bear market, gold made a run, and then all the stocks kind of, you know, the leading stocks all filled in, especially around 2012, you know, 13, and gold rolled over. And I always say gold goes with the leaders, and it's just something I always and gold's been so strong recently, but there hasn't been that many sort of small cap growth stock leaders, you know, out there, really, has there? When I say growth stock leaders, I don't just mean a stock bouncing 100% off the lows or whatever and in volatile. I mean a stock what's really got interest, really got nice trending price action, and is, you know, it's trading like, I don't want to curse any of my stocks, but you know, I'll have to do it once, just to show you what I mean. Leading price action, orderly price action is good, you know, good action. But, you know, let's just go back in time. You know, we traded all the way through this at trading basis, and we rode this gold run here, and then we based out again, and then we start to tighten up, and you know, the gold stocks were already running. They've been running for, well, you know, from this period here, I think we started buying gold stocks, and yeah, just really orderly. I mean, for the, you know, the fundamental investor who looks at the numbers, these stocks must have been screaming at you through your chart. They must have been at the top tier of your screening methodology. You can't ignore the gold stocks, the producers, what, you know, in those screens. They were just screaming out loud, I'm here. You know, I mean, look at this. and then look at the trends, what followed. Absolutely fantastic. So I think I posted this last pullback on the Facebook, as on the Twitter as well. Facebook, what's that? So yeah, some really good gold trends just continuing. That's what we call leadership action. Orderly price action. I've brought SRC up here. Building a base here, but construction area. That's what we look for. Next up, I'll just bring over the dashboard. The index trend model is always right. It just measures the trends of the market, and the 350 trend model does it for the 350 market as well. This is the 350 trend model, and we're over. I chart these as well, and small caps 100% bullish, large caps, just the transport's sort of holding them back a little bit at the moment. As you can see up here, the transport's still still falling over a time frame, so it looks like a bear rally. But to be honest, one market does not make a trend. This thing has just filled in, and we've only just broken out after a 4-year long winter in the AIM market. So again, is the long winter over? Has the bull market begun in UK small caps and US small caps? Let me know what you think.